Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Welcome to Rap Ministries, just reaching all people ministries, and I'm Brother Yahoo, Jeremias, Brother Ronnie. I answer to them all. But thank you guys for coming on in today. Such a great day to be blessed, to be among the land of the living. Glad to see everybody today. The comments up. Hold on. No, it ain't gonna do it. I gotta look on the iPad. But guys, just thank everybody for coming on in today, because you could have been any other place, but you decided to fellowship with us today. Get on to these comments. Mama C.A. Thank you for coming on in, Mama C.A. Thank you for coming on in. Shabbat Shalom to you as well. Yashel, Elder Henry. Thank you for coming on in today. Double honor to the elders. Big prayers out. Send some prayers up for Sister Erica. She's not well today. So we send some prayers up for her. I already said one for her as soon as I read it. The Most High is able to heal everything. I'm witness. Woke up. Well, last night I had a toothache from a tooth that I had surgery on years ago. It was giving me some trouble. Put that anointing oil on it. and lay hands on myself. Gone. We're playing. Healing is still available today. But we see you, Zoma, Teeth. Thank you for coming on in. Peace and blessings to you as well. Mama J. Pope, thank you for coming on in. Thank you for coming in today. Thankful that you are here. I'm too thankful that you are here. Just so happy that you guys are here today. You just don't know. Grind like Josh. Brother Josh, thank you for coming on in today. Always a pleasure to see you, brother. Always a pleasure to see you. All right, it's over here too. But it's always a pleasure to see you. Always a pleasure. Let's see. Sister Yanice, Baby Charlotte, Warrior Caleb, Ohio Crew, thank you. You guys have no idea. It's always a blessing to see you. Always a blessing to see you. Sister Wanda, Brother Louis, Dunez, good to see you, family. Good to see you. Great to see you. Shalom to you. Peace and blessings. Auntie, we see you. You and your crew. Thank you. Chief Scientist, we see you too, brother. Thank you for coming on in. Oh, how you doing, Mama C.A.? Mama C.A. says she's waving. How you doing? I don't know if it's going across the screen on YouTube or what. But just thankful that everybody's here. Got a great lesson for you today. We are in the season of what I call the witch. There's a lot of rebellion, a lot of witchcraft going on around these times. We just went through that second holiday. Through that second one. You know, it's under the guise of it's giving thanks. Well, who you giving thanks to? You may be giving thanks to the Most High, but if this celebration has anything to do with another deity, and you're doing it in the honor of the Most High, that's vain worship. And you're not worshiping Him, you're worshiping another entity. Same with Christmas, Easter, whatever holiday you wanna put in there. The Most High outlined feast festivals and things for us to celebrate. He wants to celebrate His holy days and not the wicked holy days. Oh, Sarah, thank you for coming on in. Atlanta crew, thank you for coming on in. Heat of Life, North Carolina crew, Heat of Life. Thank you for coming on in today. Always a pleasure and a blessing to see daughter of Sarah and our North Carolina crew. Everybody, it's always a blessing. Does my heart good. Helps to motivate me to coming back week in, week out. No, Brother Ronnie could shut this thing down. Say, hey man, I got over 200, almost 250 up. That's enough. Let me go. Let me enjoy my life. No, that ain't what the Most High called me to do. He called me to put this truth out here. Like, what meaning to say this? Brother More Israel Charlie, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Just popped up to my right. I'm gonna show y'all something. I could be living my own life, doing what I want to do. But I gotta do like they did with the Jerusalem Council said. Oh, watch this. This is Acts chapter 15. And we're gonna get moving. Got a great lesson today. It says, all right, here we go. This is when they were trying to say, what do the Gentiles got to do? You know, they were just coming into the faith. What the Gentiles got to do? He said, they ain't got to do right now just 4 things. Let's see what they say. It says, therefore I judge that we should not trouble those among the Gentiles who are turning to Yah. But we write to them to abstain from things polluted by idols. Thou shalt not commit, thou shalt not bow down to no idol. Don't make them, don't bow to them. From sexual immorality. That means no adultery, no fornication. That's a commandment. From things strangled and from blood. Those are also commandments that you can find in Leviticus. He said, just those 4 things. Why? Because idolatry was rampant in those days. These are the things that people were doing. They were eating blood, drinking blood, sexual immorality, idol worship. They were in these temples. Where are those temples at today? They call modern day Christian churches. I call them pagan temples. But he said, for what? Moses has throughout many generations those who preach him in every city, being read in the synagogue every Sabbath day. That's why I can't do what I want to do, because of Moses of old and even times today, we teach this. We teach this to people. They're not going to get it overnight. It just takes, faith comes by hearing, and by what? Hearing the word of Yah. So that's why I don't shut it down. Brittany, thank you for coming on in today, sister. Thank you for coming on in today, Arkansas Crew. But let me stop babbling. Let me increase or decrease. Now, ain't no increasing. Let me decrease that he might what? Increase. Moses, don't even fix your lips. I'm about some increase for you. Well, let me make sure this pops up all right. Let me turn the music off. And we're going to pray. We're going to get into the word. Carlton Pearson, passed, gone. He passed this past. I don't know if any of you guys know who he is. I don't know if you know who he is, but he was a minister, a Christian minister, and he got off and started teaching this so-called thing called the gospel of inclusion. That's what he started. He started teaching that, and they kicked him out. They called him a heretic, which he was. He believed that everybody is saved no matter if they know it. They don't have to accept it. All they got to do is just nothing. He said what Yeshua did on the tree was good enough, and even the devil got a chance to be to get back in. What? He was talking about hell. He said hell, he don't think hell exists. He says he was watching one day on TV and he saw these Africans on TV and he was like, what if they never hear the gospel? What about this? What about this? And then he said he heard a voice that told him that said, is that what you think we do? Is that what you think we're about? He said, we. They go with the class today. Us. He said, do you think that what we're all about? We're not about that. He said he heard a voice told him that. And he passed. He was 70 years old. He was very instrumental in my life personally. I listened to a lot of his music. Growing up, my mom and dad used to listen to him. He was one that my mom and dad heard a teaching that he did on the Druids or the Celtic people, the Galatians, about ancient Halloween and all that. And we stopped celebrating Halloween when I was a kid. I think I was about 9 or 10 years old. Carlton Pearson done a lot of good. May the Most High have mercy on his soul. May the Most High have mercy on his soul. See, guys, this life is fast, quick. It's a vapor. Here one day, gone the next. You never know. Make sure you're right with the Most High. Make sure you're right with the Most High. But we're going to pray and we're going to get on into the scripts. Abba, Heavenly Father, we just thank you for today, your holy Sabbath day. Father, the day that you hung in creation millennia ago. We thank you for all of your people that are here today, and we thank you that they will be blessed, they will be edified, and they will be changed for the better. Father, we ask you to heal their bodies from head to toe, inside and out. Heal their minds, heal their finances, heal everything pertaining to them. Father, you are mindful of us. What is man that you are mindful of us? The Son of Man that you visited us. Visit us with your healing. Visit us with your miracles. Visit us with all your prosperity, Father, as we follow your word. Father, right now, we just thank you that you alone will get all the praise, all the honor, all the glory, do your name, and we bind the devil and we cast him out. We call him doomed, damned, and defeated. And we just thank you for unity in the spirit and in the faith. We pray all this in the mighty, powerful name of your son, Yeshua, Mashiach. Amen. Amen. You see me wearing new eyes. What you talking about, Auntie? New eyes. Type that in there. What you talking about, Willis? These the same glasses I've been wearing. But we just thank the Most High for everybody and receive from him today. Whatever you may need, believe him and he will make it happen for you. Pray for me, y'all. Car broke down. I don't know what. Is it the mechanic now? I said, "Oh, don't let it be too much." So he gonna look at it. I got it told to him yesterday. He gonna look at it. He gonna let me know. If it's too much, it's gonna be sitting over there. Like, bro, you had it. But we just thank the Most High. For real, pray for a brother that I don't have to break the bank to get this car fixed. Oh boy, but it's a blessing to have a backup car, where you ain't stranded. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Yeah, they be our worst enemy sometimes. We're going to a coworker that I hadn't seen in a while. This was before we get into the message. This was Friday. What day? No, it was Tuesday. This Tuesday, because yesterday was Friday. And I was going. She moved to Vegas and she came back and they was having a little luncheon, just a lunch to shake a hand, hug a neck. And I jumped in the car, said, I'm finna go over there. That car said, no, you ain't going nowhere. But thank the Most High that the Most High bless us with a backup. You know what I'm saying? With a backup. But what we talking about today? Let us. I told you we are in the season of the witch rebellion. Most High said, do these days. Man said, no, we gonna do these days. But we gonna let us. You ask a lot of people what the let us is, and they'll tell you all kind of things about what the let us is. Yeah, I will. I will pray for you, Key to Life. He cars down be caring. We see you, Brother Lavon. We see you. Oh, she said my eyes looked. Oh yeah, because they were red. Yeah, that rest helped me this week. But yeah, let us. You get all kind of answers. I'm gonna show you what I was taught growing up, who the us was in the let us. But let's read that right. We gonna see it. Well, I ain't gonna read it. We gonna see it in the message. But the thing is, folks, this message, this ain't no light message. Most so-called run-of-the-mill Christians, they don't know what the Tower of Babel is. They just know it was they built the tower and the Most High came down and busted it up. They don't understand that this is what their celebrations are all about. This is what it is. This is the origin of their celebrations. Christmas, Easter, all that stuff. This is the origin. This is where it traces back to. But you see how we just got through with Halloween. We got through that Thanksgiving. Them over with. Samhain and the Harvest Home and Sorelia, that's over. But the next big one, and I don't plan on doing no Christmas class this year. We just gonna teach whatever the Most High tell us to teach. I'm probably gonna be doing starting the Mason class. So mark that down. That's what I plan to do to start the Freemasonry class. Woo! Woo! I'm working on it as we speak. Not as we speak, but when we get over here, I just got all my stuff together. Woo! So get ready in a month's time. You're gonna see that we're gonna put the Mason class out there. All these so-called followers of Yeshua in Freemasonry. But we got what? New Year's, that's Janus Day, and Valentine's, St. Patrick, and the like. All of this stuff. Because we want to, in this class, it's multi-dimensional. It's going to hit a lot of things today. It's going to show you how the Most High roll, how he operate. But we want to make sure that we are not in idolatry, because he said, you shall not have no other Elohims before me. None, no other gods. That's in Exodus 20, and that's in Deuteronomy 5:7. There's other places in the Bible, but these are the commandments. Don't do it. I didn't put the idols. You could, because those, they go hand in hand, worshiping the Most High and idols. But the Most High is saying for us to what? Only listen to him. We're not supposed to listen to nobody else. We're not supposed to listen to anybody else. And the Most High speaks to us a certain way. Everybody, the Lord talked to me. He did what he sound like. The Spirit said to me. Yeah, the Spirit does speak. God talked to, God said. He did. That's just a lot of emotionalism that we have developed over the years and tradition and all that. Most High ain't talking to you. Now I ain't gonna say that he won't, that he might, but if you living how you living, the Most High ain't said jack to you. Matter of fact, he ain't even listening to you. Let alone he gonna speak to you. You just got through eating a bacon sandwich and you talking about the Lord said to you. If he said anything to you, is don't eat that. Because if the Most High doesn't speak to us audibly, he's speaking to you through this word. He speaks to you through us, through his son. I didn't put it in here, but we're going to read it real quick. Oh, let's see. Hebrews. Go to Hebrews real quick. You got to know this Bible. Most folks don't know. That's the problem. People don't know what's wrote in this Bible. They just make stuff up. It says, Yahweh at various times, this is Hebrews 1:1. Yahweh at various times and in various ways spake in time past to the fathers by the prophets. He talked to them by who? The prophets. And when he talked to the prophets, he talked to them in visions and in dreams. And with Moses, he talked to him face to face or mouth to mouth. But it says, but has in these last days spoken to us by his son, whom he has appointed heir of all things, through whom he also made the worlds. Most folks don't know Yeshua made all this. The Most High made it, but he did it through his son. We don't understand how he operates. He talking to you. Man, get out of here. You don't even understand the Godhead. How you don't understand how he get down, because more people, it's only one God. Yeah, it is only one highest, the supreme being of the universe, the one whom Yeshua is sitting at his right hand, him. But he not the only God. The Most High ain't the only God. It's multiple gods. They said the Hebrews only believed in one God. No, they believed in many gods, but they were only supposed to worship one. Right? But let's go ahead and read this. He wants us to only listen to him. Genesis 3:7 through 10. It says, and the eyes of both of them, who? Adam and Eve. Everything go back to I ain't going to read everything. That's why I just using 4 verses. You know the story. You should know the story. And the eyes of both of them were open, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaves together and made aprons, and made themselves aprons. And they heard the voice of the Most High. Now the Most High saying nobody heard his voice saying anything. Who they hearing? Who are they listening to? And they heard the voice of Yahweh walk, the Yahweh Elohim, what? Walking. Number Yeshua in the garden in the cool of the day or at the appointed time, and Adam and his wife, what they do? They hid themselves from the presence of the Most High. Yeah, they hid. We're going to see somebody else hiding today. Why would they? We're going to show you. Why would they think that they could hide from him? Why would they think they could do that? Amongst the trees of the garden. And the Most High called unto Adam and said unto him, where art thou? Where you at? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself. Hiding from the voice. But what we don't realize is Yeshua has been there all the time in the Old Testament. Even Moses knew it. Let's go to Hebrews 11:23-27, because we're going to let you see us today. Who is the us and let us? By faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents because they saw he was a proper child. And they were not afraid of the king's commandment. What? To kill the kids. They hid him for what? 3 months. By faith, Moshe, when he was come to years, refused to be called a son of Pharaoh's daughter. I ain't going to be called. Why? Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yah than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. He for a season. What did he do? Esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach. Wait a minute. Moses in the Old Testament, he always been there, y'all. Esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater than the riches. That's what everybody about that bag today. Yeah, you need money to do things, but we're not under the power of money. Right. We see Yehuda, you know who you be. You and Pam, I am. Thank you for coming on in, brother Yehuda. But Hamashiach been there all the time. He with them in the wilderness all the time. But you got people today that are Tanakh only. The New Testament is they call the New Testament garbage. We don't believe that. It will lead you into idolatry. That's what they say. It'll lead you into idolatry. You ain't supposed to be worshiping Jesus, they say. You don't know the Bible. But let's go to Proverbs 31-4. It's been telling you all the time the words of Agur. You ask Moby, who is Agur? Who? I'm gonna tell you that's another name for Solomon, because we know Solomon wrote the Proverbs. It said the words of Agur, the son of Jacob. It says, even the prophecy, the man spake unto Ethiel, even unto Ethiel and Ucal. Surely I am more brutish than any man, and have not the understanding of a man. I neither learn wisdom, nor have the knowledge of the holy. People out here, you don't have the knowledge of the holy. You think you do. Who hath ascended up into heaven, or who hath or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name? And what is his son's name? If thou can tell us. Most High got a son. You talk to a Muslim, he ain't got no son. Yes, he do. He got many sons. They call Ben Elohim or Ben Elohim, sons of Yah. But he had one son that was the son. Yes, it's another name for Solomon. Yes, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Sister daughter of Sarah, Atlanta crew. I'm gonna show you. It said, what's his name? And no man And you can go in John 3:13. And no man hath ascended up into heaven, but he that came down from heaven, even the Son of Man, which is in heaven. Now, I believe that which is in heaven, that's a mistranslation. Because when Yeshua was saying this, he was right here on the earth. So that word can also be am, art, been, for as much, had, or wast. The Son of Man, which was in heaven. He was in heaven. He came down. He dwelt with man. He dwelt with us. But he had a son. But let's look up Agur. It said Agur, from the Brown Driver's Dig, it means gathered. It says son of Jacob and an author or compiler of Proverbs 30. Look down at the bottom. Passive participle, gathered, that is, received among what are sages? Wise men. They said Agur is a fanciful name of Solomon. Yeah, because you know who wrote the Psalms? Who wrote the Proverbs? Solomon wrote the Proverbs. But the very next chapter, this chapter 30, what we just read, because he has multiple names in this book. Barker, this book right here on back here, everyone in the Bible, the very next chapter it talks about King Lemuel. But it says the name of the king to whom his mother dedicated the poem in Proverbs 31, 2-9. Lemuel is assumed by most scholars to be either the name of a king in Massa or Arabia, or another name for who? Another name for Solomon. This guy named Simon Altoff, he did this book right here. But even in here, he said it's a name, Solomon. Lemuel is a name given to Solomon by his mother. But we know that Solomon wrote all this, so he ain't nobody else getting no credit. The Proverbs, this is what it say. I'm gonna go to the yellow in a second. It said, because Solomon is the pinnacle of Israel's wise men, he sure is, was the principal contributor. The Hebrew title of this book is Mishalei Shalom, Proverbs of Solomon. Look at verse 1:1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. Well, we're going to look up Agur and Smith Bible Dictionary. Brother Ronnie, we're going to get back to the letters. Hang on. Yeah, that's right. He said the head. I don't know. I had to look at that, Sister Yanis. You said the head of Hamashiach is still plural here. Is that right, or is it supposed to be the singular? I would get. It's only one Messiah, so I would think that it would need to be singular. But Agur, Smith's Bible Dictionary, and even again, you can even see that because most people think that Yeshua is the Most High. And the Most High, they think that at them as one and the same. That's how you get that, God came in the flesh. Yeah, God did come in the flesh. But which one? We have to understand this to understand the Bible. But Agur, it said the son of Jacob, an unnamed Hebrew sage who uttered or collected the sayings recorded in Proverbs 30. Lemuel, the commentator said, is Solomon. Let's go to Zondervan Bible. Agur. Most early rabbis and church fathers thought Solomon was designated as Agur. But is it difficult to see why he should be referred to by pseudonym? It is. We all folks have nicknames. It ain't difficult. It has also been conjectured that Agur was the brother of Lemuel. Now that one just conjecture. But you see all of this. You see, they just saying the same thing. But Solomon, in his wisdom book right here, he knows that that the Most High has a son. Well, let's go, because Brother Ronnie, you just said this. Wait a minute. You got Yeshua is the son of who? The highest. The highest means there's nobody above him, but there are others below him. Let's go. And I was talking to a Tanakh only Hebrew Israelite. They don't believe the New Testament, and This is why I told him. He said he don't get now. He that's mad. He ain't got no son. Israel his son. Yeah, Israel is his son. It is his son. But you don't understand that that's allegory. Allegory. Israel is also the bride. Israel is Israel is the son. Sometimes Israel is many different things in the Bible. You got to learn literary devices. But anyway, this is something I asked him. Well, I said, you got to answer this for me. It says Psalm 45, 6-7. I'm not answering this is not question and answer session. Because if I'm gonna get off if I do. Email that to me, Sister Proverbs. Email that to me. But it says, thy throne, O Yahushua, is forever and ever. The scepter of thy kingdom is a what? A right scepter. It said, thy throne, O Elohim, O God, that's Yahushua, is forever and ever. The scepter of thy kingdom is a what? A what? A right scepter. Thou lovest righteousness and hatest wickedness. Therefore, Yah, or God, Yahushua, thy God, the highest, that's his father. Solomon had already told you he got a son. What's his name, if you know? You know, they always been asking what's the son name, what the son name was. Go read in the Judges when Manoah and his wife, they said, what's your name? What is your name? He said, why are you asking me my name, seeing that it is secret? And when you look up the word secret, it is what? Wonderful. And we know in Isaiah chapter 9 that he shall be called what? Wonderful. Counselor. We got to read this Bible. But it says, therefore, God, Yahushua, thy God, the highest, hath anointed thee, have chosen thee, or anointed thee, poured on, rubbed on, and smeared all over. That's how you anoint something. With the oil of gladness above thy fellows. Who are the other fellows? All of the other gods. And I ain't talking about the wicked gods. I ain't talking about the wicked idols and all that kind of stuff. All of the other gods, all of the other entities in heaven. He was anointed above all of them. What does the Father call his son? Elohim. What does the son call his father? Elohim. Yahuwah. God, thy God is two right there. No one can explain that. No one can. John 10:29, Yeshua said, my father, one, which gave them me, is greater than all. He is higher, greater than all. Everything, all of creation, every angel, every principality. He is the highest. We don't understand this. And then, folks, he talked to me. Who? Who talked to you? Was it him? His son? One of the angels? They can't tell you. They just talking. Trying to sound all spiritual. Trying to give authority to what they have said. If the Most High told you, you ain't got to have no proof. It's going to come to pass what you said. He said, my father, which gave them me, is greater than all, and no man is able to pluck them out of my father's hand. But John 14:28, he even said, my father is what? Is greater than I. Go watch our class, the Holy One of Israel. Go watch our class, is the Trinity biblical? We haven't been taught this Bible right. And atheists, they know it. They see this. They see this and they'll call you out. But let's go to Genesis 1:26, where we first see let us. I'm going to show you what I was taught and when I was in the Sunday church. Yes, the Bible says that he was that he was created by his father. I'm gonna get to it, but I don't really want to answer questions while I'm going, you know. And Yah said, "Let us make man. Let us let us make man in our image, after our likeness." Our? Who are you talking about? "And let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth." So Yah created man. Now look at it, was up there is plural. Let us. Then down here in verse 27, it says, "So Yah created man in his." Wait a minute. How did it go from our to his? Meaning it was a council, folks. The council got together. The heavenly, the divine. We got a class called The Host of Heaven. Go watch that class. The council got together and discussed, and then the Most High end up doing it. And so Yah created man in what? His image. It went from plural to singular. In the image of Yah created he him, male and female created he them. So you ask Moses, when I was in church, they said, "The let us." Do you know what the let us was? They say it's the Trinity. They say that's the Father, that's the Son, and that's the Holy Ghost. That's what we were taught. That's what we were taught. You know, that symbol right there, the triquarta, that's a witchcraft symbol, by the way. That's where you get that fish from too. You know, when people, you drive and you see Christians with that fish on the back of their car. Jesus said he gonna make us fishermen of men. He did, yeah, he did say that, but he ain't say put that symbol on the back of your car. Yeshua didn't go around boasting who he was and what he did and all. He just walked around. He just walked around. He never get, "I'm the Son of Yah." He never did that. He didn't have to have no symbols and have to have this and make folks recognize this and recognize. He didn't need all that. But today in the society that everything has symbols. Everything from the clothes we wear to the shoes we wear, everything has a logo. But let's look at that word in God. That word in God, that word is Elohim. We're gonna go to the ancient Hebrew first. It means what? A yoke, a yoke of like a ox. Because what? The ox was so strong. It said the pictograph that's the Hebrew letter. It said ancient Paleo Hebrew is a picture of an ox and also represents its strength. The hook that's right there is a picture of the what? The shepherd's staff. Okay. The shepherd's staff. It says, combine these two pictographs. That means the strong authority and can be anyone or anything of strong authority, because the word Elohim can apply to multiple beings. It just depends on the context of whatever you're reading, right? It said a yoke is understood as a staff on the shoulder. See Isaiah 9 for a while. The government will be what? Upon his shoulders. In order to harness their power for pulling loads such as a wagon or plow, hence the two pictographs can also represent the ox in the yoke. That's why, man, often two oxen were yoked together. An older, more experienced ox, that would be the Most High. It says, less experienced ox, the older ox in the yoke is the strong authority who through the yoke teaches the younger. That's why Yeshua said, I only do what I see my Father do. He only see the two oxes yoked together. Two, God thy God. But let's look up the Elohim. It says plural. Yes, Elohim is plural. But because they said, let us. It was a divine council. But Elohim can mean rulers, judges, divine one. It can mean angels, gods. Plural intensive, singular meaning. God, goddess, God-like one. It just depends. When you see the word Elohim in the Bible, or it'll just say God's, God, or God's with an S, you have to whatever you would know who it is based upon the context of what you're reading. But in the Strong's, it said plural of the Hebrew 4:33, which we're going to see, gods in the ordinary sense, but specifically used in the plural, thus, especially with the article of the supreme God. Occasion, the supreme. What that mean? The highest one. So if it's the highest one, it's some lower ones. Occasionally applied by way of deference to magistrates. Can be humans, actually, judges, regular humans. It can be them. But let's look up the Hebrew 4:33. This is Eloah. See, go back here. It says plural of, see, Elohim is the plural of what? Eloah. But the word Eloah is God. It can also mean what? False God, like idols. It says Eloah, it said probably prolonged from the Hebrew 4:10, which we're going to see, a deity or deity, God. So we're going to go to the Hebrew 4:10, and that one is El. That's in the singular sense. El, God, God-like one, mighty one. See, so you got El, Eloah, Elohim, and the Elohim is the plural. The plural all come under the El, the mighty one, El. But you can see how it breaks down in the Bible. El in the singular, Eloah singular. Eloah is used the least amount of times in the Bible. It's only used 55 times. El in the singular 224 times. Elohim, plural gods, Elohim is used 2,074 times. And these are rough figures because I looked in multiple concordances and they had different numbers. So, but these are roughly how many times they are mentioned. You get your concordance and look at these things. But these are some other words that it can actually mean. Gods, judges, God is great, mighty, angels, exceeding, Godward, godly, judge, very. Got to get the context of whatever you are reading. So let's go to the fall. We're going to do some Quentin Tarantino style, because it says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord God, Yahweh Elohim, had made. And he said unto the woman, yea, have Yah said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of every tree of the fruits in the garden. Is he lying to him? He said, but the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yah have said, you shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. For Yah know that in the day you eat, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, with an S. Let us, multiple gods. They all was in the council, but the Most High carry everything out through his son. That's all. That's what it is. She should have said, what you talking about, man? Ain't but one God. What you talking about? What you talking about, serpent? Get out of my face. We today in these churches, we don't understand. Genesis, so pick it up at what's that? Skip to verse 21, because we ain't gonna read everything. Unto Adam and his wife did the Most High make coats of skin and clothe them. And the Lord God said, the Most High Elohim said, behold, a man is become as one of us. There's a whole bunch of them. A whole bunch of guys in the council. Like on our robot. He said, so and so and so and so. They said, one of us. A whole bunch of them just in the day. One of us. They have become like one of us. to know good and evil. And now lest he put forth his hand, did Satan know both good and evil? He sure did. He knew. Do the other angels know the difference? They do know. To know good and evil. And now lest he put forth his hand and also take of the tree of life and eat and live forever. Therefore, the Most High Elohim sent out, get out of here. Who did he kick him out with? One of us. One of them us's. And he said, sent him forth from the Garden of Eden. So therefore, the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden. It said the Most High sent him forth. Did the Most High come down there himself and say, get out? No. How did he do it? So he drave out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims. He used angels to do his bidding. And a flaming sword was turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. You know, that same tree of life. See, Adam didn't do what he say, so you don't get it no more. So today, Christians tell us ain't no law. But he said, Yeshua said, blessed are they, John wrote, blessed are they that what? Do his commandments, even though that's wrote in red in the Bible. That they may have right to the tree of life and may end. Why would the translator put this in red? Why would the translator put it when it said, blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life? Now, they can mean one or two things. Let me show you the way I think. This is my opinion. It said, now, why would this be in a lot of Bibles? In my Bible, blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life. It could be Yeshua saying, blessed are they that do who? His Father's commands that came from him, that came through him. That could be one way of it. Or it could be something that, since John is writing this, Yeshua might have told him this, so it's like that. So the translators could have understood it that way. I don't know. But blessed are they that what? Do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. But let's go to Psalms 8:3, because he said, let us make man. Let us make Adam in our image. When I consider the works of thy heavens, the work of thy fingers, the moon and the stars, which thou hast ordained, what is man? What is Adam? That you are mindful of him. The Son of Man, that you visited him. We need him to visit us with some healing. We need him to visit us with some blessings. You obey him, he gonna do what he gonna bless you, folks. Just keep. It may not look like it. It may look like the bills closing in on you. It may look like you just a whole bunch of things ain't going your way. Your car broke down. Car broke down. That's disheartening. But my faithful tank, my faithful van that I hate driving, but it's there. Most High gave us that van and never had no problems out of it. We had that van since 2013 and it's still running strong. Ain't got but 84,000 miles on it. It says, I agree. The spirit is not a person. It's the Most High's power. See, we get all mixed up with for instance, like Brother Lewis, he sent me something in an email this week where it's talking about Philip. Philip, when the Spirit told him, they said the Holy Spirit told him to go up to the chariot to talk to the eunuch. But upon closer research, the Holy Spirit, that's been the holy part. It said the Spirit, holy, has been added. So who told Philip this? Who told Philip this? Somebody. It could have been an angel, could have been Yeshua. Yeah. Yeah. When you see, I really don't want to. This not really a question and answer time. And you got my number, sister. Yani, you can call me up. But when it refers to wisdom as feminine and all of that, those are literary devices. That's all it is. It's literature. It says, what is man that thou art mindful of him, and the son of man that thou visited him? For thou hast made him a little lower than the who? The angels. We are made what? A little lower than the angels. Or you can even say a little lower than the gods. Brother Ronnie. Thou hast made as him. He said, you have crowned him with glory and honor. That's what he had crowned Adam with. He was the first Melchizedek. Thou hast made him to have dominion over the works of your hand. Adam had dominion over everything. Thou hast put all things under his feet. But Psalms 97:7, we're going to see, it said, confounded be all they that serve, confused be all they that serve graven images, that boast themselves of idols. Worship him, all ye gods. You look in the Septuagint, and it says, worship him, all ye angels. Angels are gods, gods are angels. An angel is simply means a messenger. An angel can even be a man. People don't know that. When they talk about the angel talking to the churches, there was John talking to the churches. He has sent his angel, but Psalms 138:1 LXX also, so that's the Septuagint. It says, David said, I will praise thee with my whole heart. Before the gods will I sing praise unto thee. The Septuagint said, before the angels. They understood them to be one and the same. You can flip-flop them. Let's go to Genesis, because we talking about what? Let us. Because this the wrong, you got two let us's right here. Two let us. You got two let us's. You got the evil let us, and you got the good let us. You don't want to be a part of the evil let us. And the whole earth was of one language, the Tower of Babel. As most Christians, they don't put it together. We got Genesis chapter 11. Genesis chapter 11. They look at Genesis chapter 11, talking about the Tower of Babel. Then we go to chapter 12, and Abraham, God, the Most High, told him to leave. They don't ever put them together. That's what he left. But if Jasher was where it was supposed to be in the Bible, and not just referencing three places, leaving you, well, you would know why he left. He was leaving Nimrod. The whole earth was of one language and one speech, and it came to pass as they journeyed from the east, because right now, people, we just did Halloween, we just did Thanksgiving, all of this stuff stems from this tower. It do? It does. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found in a plain the land of Shinar, that means Babylon, or the land of confusion, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, go, let us make bricks and burn them thoroughly. And they had, and this, all these classes setting up this Mason class. The Masons hold Nimrod in high esteem. Oh yeah, it say it in their books. It say it in their books, in their writings. I'm trying to tell y'all. It says, and they said, let us, that's the evil, let us make a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name. This the origin of Baal, y'all. Lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Most High came down to see. Now, right there, it said the Most High came down to see the city and the tower. Came to look at their city and tower. That the children of men builded. And the Most High said, behold, the people is one. They were one like the Most High is one. They all gathered together. Just like all gathered together under one man, Nimrod. Just like we should all be under the Most High, following him. But instead, we want to follow what everybody else do. It's Thanksgiving. Why? Why are you doing Thanksgiving? Where you get it from? Who gave it to you? The Most High said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. Now, this is the good go, let us go to. He said, go to, let us go down. Us? Who is the us? We're going to show you in a minute. And there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Most High scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build a city. Therefore is the name of the city called Babel, because the Most High did theirs. It said that's one individual, Yahweh, did there confound their language of all the earth. But he said, let us. That's plural. And then in 9 it's singular. Most High did there confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Most High, singular, but I'm telling you, it's really plural. Or it is singular, but he's sending some plurals to do his bidding. But before we just really get down to it, because guess what, guys? This whole thing is a mystery. It ain't no mystery, a fistery. It's a mystery. And there came one, this Revelation 17, 1 through, and Christians today, they don't know the mystery. They don't know the mystery. They don't realize they're partaking, they're participating in the mystery. It's a mystery, y'all. The Most High want you to figure it out. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, the great fornicator, with whom the kings of the earth, meaning you with these people, if you are participating, Most High said, do these days. You said, no, we gonna do these days. You're an adulterer and a fornicator. You know what fornication is? Illegal activity that you're not supposed to be doing. It's doing something without a covenant. Most High ain't got no, if you in Israel, Most High ain't got no, you ain't, the Most High got a covenant with you. You don't have a covenant with the world. The covenant with the world is the covenant of death. You want to be with a part of the covenant of life. Talking about some of the church. Israel is the church. Stop all that. The Most High coming back. Yeshua, he coming back for he coming back for the church first. Then he gonna come back from Israel. Are you crazy? You practice, that's polygyny right there. You think the church is a separate entity from Israel. So you saying the Most High got a new wife and he gonna come back later for his old wife. But then Christians, y'all the biggest one saying that polygyny is not, you can't do it. But that's what you saying the Most High doing. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Meaning you're participating in her things and not the Most High things. So he carried me away into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit on a scarlet colored beast, a red beast. What does that red stand for? Scarlet, red. What does it stand for? Sin. Full of the names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones, and looking good, having a golden cup in her hand, full of the abominations and the filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon. It's a mystery. The Great. Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and the abominations of the earth. I showed you the slide. What slide are we on now? Let me see. I don't want to lose my place. So let me show you. These are the great. This is it. Those are it, y'all. That's the great. That's mystery Babylon. That's the fornication. If you participated in any of those are pagan feasts. The Most High has feast. You don't want to do them though. I'm trying to tell you. Oh my goodness. Let me go back where we were. Here we go. Yeah. Mystery Babylon. Let's look at the word mystery. Mysterion. It says, there is the Greek 3466. Under the Munts, it says, a matter of knowledge of which initiation is necessary, a secret which would remain such but for revelation, a concealed power. It's concealed. A hidden meaning of a symbol. Look at under the Strongs, it said a secret or mystery through the idea of silence imposed by initiation into religious rites. You know, all those holidays that I just showed you. Hidden thing, mystery. But anyway, let's go to Babylon. The word is to your right, Babylon. What does it mean? Babylon, the capital of Chaldea. Where did Abraham leave? Ur of the Chaldees. He left there in chapter 12. Following chapter 11 about the Tower of Babel. No one is telling anybody, Brother Ronnie, you keep always telling us this. This is what the whole thing is about. You got the front of the book talking about Babylon. You got the end of the book talking about Babylon. It's a mystery that folks have yet to crack. I thank the Most High that he opened my eyes. Babylon, the capital of Chaldea. Figuratively, literally or figuratively, as a type of tyranny. Who was over Babylon? Nimrod. He was a tyrant. He was the first Antichrist. Babylon, down in the Thayers, it says confusion. You confused if you are confused. You confused as to who rites and ceremonies you're supposed to be following. What's the one that we can do today, y'all? What's the one feast that we can do? Passover, and Christians don't do it. You can do all the other symbolic because those have to be done in the land. But Passover can be done anywhere. How I know? The children of Israel was in Egypt. You know, we keep the feasts, and the ones that we keep is Passover, unleavened bread. I do trumpets. What else do it? Trumpets. That's what we do. We do what we can do. Atonement, I fast on that day. Symbolically, I know, but Passover, you got to do it. You better take his Passover or you going to be the Passover. I'm trying to tell you, when Yeshua come back, you're going to do the Passover. You're going to do it one way or the other. But it says, of the territory of Babylonia, allegorically as Rome. Where do we get all these churches today? All these denominations today? They have broke off from Rome. Rome, Church of England, all this are just so on and so forth. Protestant Reformation. Then they breaking out. Jehovah's Witness, this and that, this and this, this and this. No, how about we just be under Hamashiach? We just do what he say. Allegorically of Rome, the most corrupt seat of idolatry and the enemy of Christianity. Not the Christianity we see today, because they have fallen away. We talking about true believers. We talking about the believers of the first and the second centuries that kept Shabbat, that kept feast days, that did everything. They all follow what the Most High said. But over time, they Rome, they say, you know what? We gonna those that's doing that, we gonna label them Judaizers. Well, this the new stuff we gonna do. Sunday the new day. We don't gotta do none of them festivals. We'll just mix our festivals together. But it says that Babylon comes from the Hebrew 894, which is Babel, which means confusion. Babel, including Babylonia and the Babylonian Empire. Who created it? Nimrod. What does it mean? To mix, mingle, confuse. Mixing. A lot of mixing going on. Satan and Nimrod are the author of confusion. For Yah is, now we know, Paul told us in 1 Corinthians 4:33, the Most High is not the author of confusion, but peace. As in all, see, we so confused with this Trinity stuff. We just confused. We don't know how the Most High kingdom operates. We don't know. Isaiah 14, and I'm trying to tell you, look at this Isaiah 14, 4, then we skip to 12 to 15. We don't read all this, but watch this. The first, verse 4 is to let you know who they talking about. Thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressors ceased? The golden city ceased. Who is the originator of Babylon? Nimrod. Now, there was a different king at this point, but it all is succession. It's still the same place. You know, like in Israel, Saul was the first king, Yeshua the last king. Different kings keep on, because what? They died. Somebody else take over. But let's look at what now the Most High used the king of Babylon to give you a parallel account of Satan, how Satan is really behind all of this. But he uses a man for his bidding. How thou art fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, and prayers up to Sister Sheila. Family death. That's why she's not here. I can't believe I forgot to say that. Sister Sheila, if you watching, whatever time you may be, you know we thinking about you. But it says, it said, thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. Verse 12, how thou art fallen from heaven, O Lucifer. That's a Latin word, left untranslated. The word actually there is the word Halel. It's not a proper name. We got a class, we got a blog that tell you about all that stuff. O Halel, O morning star. O Halel, son of the morning, how thou art cut down to the ground. He talking about the king of Babylon. But he also talking about when the devil fell. Thou didst weaken the nation. You weaken the peoples. You confuse the peoples. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. Did the original king of Babylon at the Tower of Babel, was this their mission? Yes. He said, I will ascend into heaven. How? We finna build a tower to go up there. You know, at Babylonia. I will exalt my thrones above the stars of Yah. I will also sit on the mountain. He said, I will sit also upon the mountain. No, you not. That's the Most High. That's his stuff. He said, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. If you read in Jasher, he tried to be like Adam. And his wife, Semiramis, her too. They tried to be the original Adam and Eve that was king, the one that the Most High crowned with glory and honor and set them over the dominion of the work of his hand. He wanted to be like Adam. Adam was the Most High in the earth realm, because guess I'm trying to tell you, but it was also a Most High in the heavenly realm. When Yeshua reigns down here for the 1,000-year millennial reign, he the Most High here, and his Father up there. He the highest up there. It's two. But I guarantee you, Satan wanted this man Nimrod to do that, and he wanted to replace the Most High. He wanted to replace the Most High, and Nimrod wanted to replace Adam. Because what did Yeshua say? All power have been given to me in heaven and earth. See, the devil actually thought he could do that. Nimrod thought that he could do it. Let's build this tower. Let's go up there. Let's dethrone them. Let's go. Let's get it, man. Y'all got to understand this. We halfway through. It said, after these things, I saw another angel, just 18, 1 to 10. I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. One angel lighting the earth with his glory. He coming right out of heaven. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, whoa, whoa, whoa. What the Most High say? Yet you will be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. This king of Babylon, which we see in verse 4. Nobody putting the mystery together, folks. How do you put the mystery together? You got to put countless hours into reading and studying. We don't want to do that. We lazy. Go watch our class. Are you lazy? Laziness. We don't want to read. Lazy. We some lazy bums. Well, let's go. It says, but Babylon, he said, you're going to be brought to the pit. It's going to fall. This system going to fall one day. Who have you pledged your allegiance to? Whose side you on? Go watch that class. Whose side are you on? You see the world in chaos and confusion. In this city where I live, these folks crazy. Man killed his family relatives. Just get shot and for 4 or 5 women in his family. Speculation is it was over some money, an inheritance or some sort. Then he killed himself. What? It says, and he says, and it's fallen, and is to become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, a cage of every. This angel, he apparently don't know that Jesus made all meats clean. No, he did not. The Bible don't even say Jesus made all meats clean. It don't say that. Nowhere. You say, well, it said purging all meats. That ain't in there. That's been added. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the murder, they getting rich off you. You buying all this stuff, pies, cookies, cakes, trees, cornucopias, 4-leaf clover hats, birthday cakes. You just you name it. You doing it. But that's what it all is. Instead of coming out, we going in. Verse 4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. The question will be, what do we come out of? What do we come out of? We in it. Come out. Brother Run, did you come out? Yes, I no longer keep those things. I came out of that wicked mother harlot stuff. I came out of it. People think I'm crazy, but I'm out. Come out of her, my people, that ye may not be partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yah have remembered her iniquities. You know that system. When Nimrod died, Semiramis lied and said, oh, he reincarnated as the son. He is the sun god, and she was pregnant with Tammuz at the time. And Tammuz is in Ezekiel chapter 8. Go read it. I bet you won't. Queen of heaven, all throughout Jeremiah. Go read that. I bet you won't. I wish you would. She said, Nimrod is going to be the sun god, and he is reincarnated, the rays of the sun, has impregnated me with his son. And this is him reincarnated, Tammuz. She gave birth to her son. But this is that chart I showed you. Because, man, and look, guys, you can't eat unclean things. I'm just going to tell you, I hate to be the one to break it to you. You can't do it. Stop it. Don't say nothing about no. In the one where they said, the disciples were eating bread, but we superimposed pigs into what they was eating. Man, stop. That's a good chart. I ain't going to go into that. But reward her. You see, what is she? She said in verse 7, I sit a queen. But he said, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works in the cup which she had filled to her. She said, bartender, let me get a double. Give her a double shot. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. Delicious. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow. What is it all talking about? It's talking about chapter 17. Let's go back. Did I pass it? Chapter 17, Mystery Babylon. Chapter 17, Mystery Babylon. Chapter 18, Babylon. He remembered her iniquities. Get here to who's sitting the queen? Who talking about they a widow? What happened? What's the mystery? But you got certain Christians, Anglo-Saxon, nothing against Anglo-Saxon European people. If they keep the commandments, they my brother. They keep this stuff, keep this cycle going, and they make all kind of excuses. Well, that ain't really true. It is true. The judgment coming for Baal. This is the origin of Baal. This is right. This is what we've been reading, y'all. Nimrod dwelt in Shinar. Shinar is Babylon. They say, let us go and make a name for ourselves. But let's read this. And they found in Jasher. And they found it's chapter 7. And they found a large valley opposite to the east. And they built him a large and extensive city. And Nimrod called the name of their city he built Shinar. For the Most High had violently shaken his enemies and destroyed them. And Nimrod dwelt in Shinar, and he reigned securely, and he fought with his enemies, and he subdued them, and he prospered. All the time, everybody, they gathered themselves to him. That's why the name Agur, what we saw in Proverbs 30, means gathered. David gathered all of the tribes to him. For a little while, nobody followed David. Then he reunited the tribes. And his son, Solomon, Agur, it means gathered. He kept the tradition going till he fell off. A unified kingdom. That's how I know it's Solomon. The word Agur means gathered. David, let me show you. I got it. I can't just tell you. David gathered everybody. I got to show you. David gathered everybody. And Yeshua, when he come back, guess what he gonna do? Gather everybody. Well, let me go to Samuel. Hold on. Give me a second. After Samuel died, let's see. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to find it. It might be 2 Samuel. Yeah, it's in 2 Samuel. Oh no, don't tell no pay. This Bible so doggone. Okay, here we go. It said this is 2 Samuel, chapter 2. David was anointed king over Judah. If you read, because when after Saul had died and everything, nobody was following him. They were still loyal to Saul. But in verse 10, it says, Ishabel's son was 40 years old when he began to reign over Israel, and he reigned 2 years. Only the house of Judah followed David. Now let's see where he reigns over all Israel. 2 Samuel chapter 5. It says this is when Ashabeth he was killed. Was killed. Then David reigns over all of the tribes. This is 2 Samuel chapter 5. Then all of the tribes of Israel came to David at Hebron and spoke, saying, indeed, we are your bone and flesh. They all followed him. That's why the name Agur means gathered. And Solomon is of the house of David. Do you understand that? Yeshua also is a son of David. He's the gatherer. But we don't know who Agur is. Just a fancy name. It's a fancy way to say it's like a nickname. My given name is Ronnie. That's the name I grew up with. But really, that's my nickname. My real name is Ronald. A cool way to say Ronald, Ronnie. Sometimes I'm called Run. Now, Yahoo. We can't have nicknames. She don't know me. She only know my nickname. That's some 50 Cent. I'm real dirty, man. The hood love me, man. Don't make me come up in your crib like I'm bro, man. That's how powerful music is. It be in there. Song you ain't heard in years. Stuff trigger it. But all nations and tongues heard of his fame, and they gathered themselves to him, and they bowed down to the earth. And they brought Nimrod offerings, and he became their Baal and king. And he reigned over all the earth, folks. I ain't got to tell you what he did. All the earth was a one tongue and union. But Nimrod did not go in the ways of Yahweh. That's why he took it out the Bible. This ain't in the Bible because they don't want you to know who Nimrod is. Most average Christian, they don't know who no Nimrod is. You ask them, I don't know. They don't know. They don't know. And all the earth was used. But what did he do? He said, and he made gods of wood and stone, and he bowed down to him, and he rebelled against the Most High and taught all his subjects and all the people of the earth his wicked ways. And his wife, she took it on further after he died. Antiquities. We ain't gonna read all this, but this is about the tower. Because what? Let us. Y'all thought I forgot about that? I ain't forgot about that. We're gonna skip to we'll start at 1.4.3. 1 and 2, you can go. Last class we talked about that. But we're gonna start at when they was building this tower. It says, now the multitude were very ready to follow the determination of Nimrod and to esteem it a piece of cowardice to submit to Yah. And they built the tower, neither sparing any pains nor being in any degree. This is I will go up. This Isaiah 14 talking about this. It's a mystery. Nor being in any degree negligent about the work, not negligent, precise measurements, everything. Just like masons. Know what that compass that they got? Just like them. And they built a tower, neither sparing any pains nor being in any degree negligent. How many degrees to a mason? And by reason of the multitude of hands employed in it, it grew very high sooner than anyone could expect, but the thickness of it was so great, and it was strongly built, and thereby its height increased, his great height seemed upon the view to be less than it really was. It was built of burnt brick and cemented together with mortar, with bitumen, and that it might not be liable to admit water. You ain't gonna destroy us this time. When y'all watch this, because the Most High said it said the Most High went down, but then he said let us, and then it said the Most High confounded their language. Okay, let's see what Josephus, a first century historian, thought about it. And when y'all saw that they acted so madly, he did not resolve to destroy them utterly, since they were not grown wise about the destruction of the former sinners. But he caused a tumult among them by producing in them what? Diverse languages, and causing that through the multitude of those languages they should not be able to understand one another. The place wherein they built the tower is now called Babylon because of the confusion. It's confusion going on around here of that language which they readily understood before. For the Hebrews mean by the word Babel confusion. Now the Sybil, who is another writer of long ago, also makes mention of this tower and of the confusion of the language when she says thus: when all men were one language, some of them built a high tower as if they were thereby ascend up to heaven. Did the king of Babylon say that? But where he get that idea from? Satan. But watch this. But the gods with an S sent storms of wind and overthrew the tower and gave everyone his peculiar language. The gods. I forgot what book I read somewhere. I don't know. I forget what book it is, but it said that he sent 70 angels. 70 angels that was near him. I can't recall what book it was. Which book was it? One of these books up here. Oh well. But it says, but the God sent storms of wind and overthrew the tower, and it gave everyone, he sent gods. Ooh. And down at the bottom, it lets you know that Shinar ain't nothing but Babylonia, Babylon. Same thing. God, let us. We got evil, let us. They, Nimrod and them, let us go up there and overthrow the Most High. But anyway, let's go to Deuteronomy 32:7. It's telling you about this time. King James Bible. Remember the days of old and consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father and he will show thee, thy elders and they will tell thee. Our fathers and our elders ain't telling us jack today. When the Most High divided the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. But wait a minute. At the Tower of Babel, there was no children of Israel. Who are these people? It says, for the Most High's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. We're going to show you that different lands got different gods. Deuteronomy 32:7-9. This is the New Living Translation. It said, remember the days of long ago. But when you see it, but hold on. In the King James Bible, it said the children of Israel. But wasn't no Israel at that time. Where they come from? Jacob wasn't even born. But it says, but he set up, verse 8, when the Most High assigned the lands to the nations, when he divided up the human race, he established the boundaries of the peoples according to the number in his heavenly court. That's the let us. That's the us. Deuteronomy 32:7-9. In the Message Bible, it called them divine guardians. Divine guardians. Let's see in the Septuagint. It said he set the bounds of the nations according to the number of the angels of God. I told you I did a class, the origin of Israel. You got a heavenly Israel, you got an earthly Israel. The Most High called Israel by his name. What are they known as? Israel. That's the heavenly name. The children of Israel. They took on his name. You got a wife that won't take on your name? Read her rights. Give her last supper. Tell her, girl, we ain't the wedding off. Yeah, it might have been in there. Sister, let me see. I don't know where I read it. I didn't put it in here. Let me see, Jasher. Tower of Babel. It might, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that is where it was, sister. I didn't put it in here. Because we had so much to do. Let me see. Nimrod born. Let's see. Wood and stone. Da 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 da. Give me 1 second, y'all. Here we go, right here. Da 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 da. Yep, that's right. Jasher chapter 9, verse 32. And Yah said to the 70 angels who stood foremost before him, to those who were near him, saying, come, let us go down. And us descend and confuse their tongues, that man may not understand the language of his neighbor. And thank you, sister, your niece. Thank you. Got so much that I still got a little bit to go. Are y'all learning something today? Type 1 if you are. But again, heavenly meetings and councils. Even the devil got to go. We'd be here all day if we went and read all of these. 1 Kings 22:19-23. That's about Micaiah and Ahab. So is 2 Chronicles 18:18-22. That's the same That's talking about the same thing. Job chapter 1, Job chapter 2. That's when Job, you know, the Most High had a day when all the sons of God came and Satan came also. But in 1 Kings and 2 Chronicles, you have a spirit saying, I will go down and be a lying spirit, and be a lying spirit in the mouth of all Ahab's prophets. Woo. Psalms 82. That's not when we showed you El. Matter of fact, let's go there. El, you know, we showed you El, Eloah, Elohim. Eloah being singular, but El. Let's go to Psalms chapter 82 real quick. I didn't put it in here. A lot that I left out because I'm mindful of y'all time. I could have put everything in here and we've been here 4 hours. But let's see. All right, folks, learning today. All right. 81, it says, God's 82 and 1, God or El, that's El, stands in the congregation of the mighty. No, Elohim stands in the congregation of the mighty. He judges among the gods. The Most High judge among all of them, y'all. Zechariah 3:1-10. You see another meeting. Satan there too. Go study that on that. I named it the Heavenly Meetings and Council. Write that down in your notebook. That way, you better get to these Sunday Christians. They don't know this stuff in there. They too busy eating pig sandwiches. But let's go to Jonah. Oh yeah. We've been showing you because the Most High, what he do? Every place has somebody over it. War did y'all know it's war in the heavenlies? It's war going on up there. It's war. Huh. Who? What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Huh. Who? Good God. Huh. You know, what's the name of that movie with Chris Tucker? Huh? Rush Hour. War. Who? What is he good for? Absolutely. It's war going on in the heavenlies. It's a song called Making War in the Heavenlies, tearing down principalities, standing firm and Yeshua's victory. Oh man, that's a powerful, what's the name of that? A War in the Heavenlies. I forgot the group. That's it. If you going through anything in your life, you got to get that. You got to get that album. That Johnny Hale, you coming out. Man, you coming out. Woo! Pop, 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 pop. You ready to tear the devil behind up. See, we ain't taught how to tear the devil behind up. How you tear him up? With the word. It is written. You punk, get out of here. Go ahead, make my day. Now the word of the Most High came to Jonah unto the son of Amittai, saying, arise, go to Nineveh. You ask them, what's Nineveh? You ask your average Christian, what's Nineveh? Or just a city that God told Jonah to go to? That's the capital of this. That's the capital city of Assyria. One of the places that Nimrod also founded. How I know? Go to Micah. Didn't put it in here. I didn't put it in here, but I'm going to all this stuff. How do I know? Go to Micah. I'm not sure exactly. Hold on, give me a second. Here you go. Micah chapter 5, verse 6. It said, they shall waste with the sword in the land of Assyria, and the land of Nimrod at its entrances. That's Nimrod territory. And when you read like in Alexander Hislop book where he called Nimrod Ninus, and Ninus was over Assyria, they said, well, see, we don't know that Ninus is Nimrod. But if he founded that city, that's another way to say Nimrod, you ninny. That's Nimrod territory, Assyria. And it talked about Semiramis, his wife. Man, because they refuse, they try to discredit Alexander. I don't need Alexander Hislop book to say all these stuff pagan. I don't need it. I just use the Bible. And Jasher and Jasher and Josephus and Jubilees and different other books. He said, arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it, for their wickedness is come up before me. And Jonah rose up to flee to Tarshish from the presence of. Why would he think he could move from the presence of the Most? Why did he think he could flee from the presence of the Most High? Because Jonah also understood that the Most High it was rulers over a lot of sections. So he thought that he could just leave the Most High section, region, and get away from him and go to somebody else's region. That's what he thought. Let's keep reading, though. Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it, for their wickedness has come up before me. But Jonah rose up to flee unto Tarshish from the presence of Yahweh, and went down to Joppa, and he found a ship to Tarshish, so he paid the fare thereof, and went down into it to go with them unto Tarshish from the presence of Yahweh. He thought he could get away. I did a class called Jonah and Jesus. Go watch that class. I did it about 3 years ago. Great stuff. Got some of this stuff in it. It says, to go with them to Tarshish from the presence of Yahweh. But Yahweh sent a great wind into the sea, and there was a mighty tempest in the sea, so that the ship was like to be broken. Then the mariners were afraid and cried every man to his Elohim. So they all crying to their gods and cast forth wares, start throwing stuff off the ship to lighten it of them. But Jonah was gone down into the sides of the ship, and he lay fast asleep. Just like Yeshua in the storm, he sleep too. So the shipmaster came to him and said to him, Captain, aye, matey, what meanest thou, O sleeper? You get up, sleepyhead. Call upon thy God, if so be that God will think upon us that we perish not. And they said unto everyone to his fellow, come and let us cast lots, that we may know who is the cause of this evil upon us. So they cast lots, and it fell on Jonah. And they said to him, tell us, we pray thee, for whose cause is this evil come upon us? What is thine occupation? What you do, dude? And where you come from? Whence comest thou? What is that? They want to know, what is your country? What is your region? And what people art thou? They want to know where you from. Pray to that God. Because they knew that all of the places had gods over them. And he said unto them, I am Hebrew. I fear Yahweh the Most High of heaven, which have made the sea and the dry land. Then were the men exceedingly afraid and said, what hast thou done? For the men knew that he fled from the presence. They knew about regions. But what Jonah didn't realize is, even though the Most High gave sections over to other peoples, to other people of the council, and we showed you, even Satan is in the council, but it's going to be a place found where it won't be no place found for him in heaven anymore. He was even at council meetings. He there. I got a class called when God uses or Yah uses Satan, and I showed you a cartoon of Superbook. They showed a cartoon of Satan visiting heaven at the meetings and stuff, and they're like, oh, there he is, the accuser. There he goes. But anyway, we saw what they did. They threw Jonah out the thing. But guess what the men ended up doing? Then the men feared the Most High exceedingly and offered a sacrifice unto Yahweh and made vows. But I can show you, we're not going to go over all this, but these are gods over other nations. Daniel 10:12 and through 13, the prince of the kingdom of Persia. He said, this angel that's coming to Daniel to give him the answer, the prince over the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. And lo, Michael, one of the chief prince, He came to help me. In Daniel 12, 1-3, you see what? That Michael is the guardian or the over Israel. He looks over the Most High's portion. But we'll read Daniel 12, 1-3. We'll read it. And at that time, this the end of days, Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. To stand up for the Episcopalian church. No, thy people, which is Israel. Michael means who is like Yah. Because what? He said, let us make man in our own image. Michael is what? Like Yah. He's not the Most High, but he's like him in what? He does everything he tell him to do. That's the Most High is his father. He's the son of Yah. We're not taught this in church. We just taught Trinity. We don't know how the Most High operate. Oh boy. But verse 3, it said, and they that be wise, are you wise, shall shine in the brightness of the firmament. You want to shine in the brightness of the firmament? And they that turn many to righteousness as the stars, the other gods that's righteous. Michael 4:5 talk about everybody, all these people walking in the name of their God, and then Israel walking in the name of their Elohim. Read that stuff sometimes. Look at it. We don't know how he rolled. Let us. It's countless, folks. Countless. Do you understand? And this is the blessing wherewith Moses, the man of Yah, blessed the children of Israel before his death. And he said, the Most High came to sign. He's trying to tell you how it all went down. This is the final blessing on Israel. Are you Israel? He ain't blessing nobody else. They got to come to us. Salvation is of the Yehudim. They got to come to you. That's why when it comes to time, they're going to be 10 men grabbing the skirt of a Hebrew. They say, he with you. We know Most High with you. If y'all better get to grabbing. If you a multi-millionaire out there, lift this, give us some money so we can get this thing crack-a-lacking. You better come. I'm a Hebrew. You better grab the skirt of this Hebrew. I ain't gonna lead you wrong. Follow me as I follow Hamashiach. And he said, the Most High came from Sinai and rose up from Mount Seir unto them. He shined forth from Mount Paran, and he came with 10,000 saints. That's how he rolled. That's how he rolled. He rolled. That's how he rolled. You know, Jamie Foxx on, he was like, why don't I just roll? That's how Yeshua in the moment. That's how they roll. That's what they do. They come deep. They come deep in the streets. That man of Yah, that servant boy. He said, oh, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? He said, Most High, open his eyes. That's why we shouldn't fear what man can do unto us. We can't fear what they're gonna do to us. He said, yeah, he loved the people all. Oh, he came with 10,000 of saints from his right hand. Where's Yeshua? On the right hand. He came with the law. He gave the law. Moses esteemed the reproach of Hamashiach. When a fiery law for them that they said we ain't got to do no more. Yeah, he loved the people. He loved you by giving you the law. And why? Because he said, if you do this, I ain't going to kill you. But if you don't, I'm is. I am. And they sat down at thy feet. Everyone shall receive of thy word. Moses commanded us a law. Even the inheritance of the congregation of Jacob. Israel. He was king in Jeshurun. What that mean? Just like Aguilar is a fancy way to say Solomon. Jeshurun is a fancy way to say Israel. Do you get it? Lamuel. Oh boy. Absolutely nothing. And he was king in Israel. And when the heads of the people and tribes of Israel, Yeshua was the king. He always been the king. King me, king me. You know, Rudy on the Cosby's. But that's how he rolled. The chariots of Yah is 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Most High is among them as in Sinai. How was he there? He sent his son on his behalf. Is among them as in Sinai. Even Stephen know. He said, y'all received the law by the disposition of angels and you still don't keep it. Have not kept it. He said, you received the law and you don't keep it. So what he doing? Stephen kept it. Matthew, how I know? Because they suborned men. They hired men to say that he was teaching against the law. They lied on him, and that's why he was killed. They said he against the law. Better go watch that. Whose side you on? Thinkest thou I cannot pray to my Father and he shall pray? You sure? That's how he still roll. When he come back, everybody coming. That's why it's gonna be silence for half an hour, because ain't nobody gonna be up there but the Most High. All the angels coming with Yeshua. But he said, this is when they were arresting him that night to betray him. You know, when Judas betrayed him. He said, thinkest that I cannot pray to my Father? Thinkest not that I can pray to myself? No, they're separate. God thy God. His Father is one of them, he the other. But his Father is what? Greater than him. And he shall presently give me, he said, he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels. That's at least 72,000. At least, because a legion in Romans terms is 6,000. But he said 12 legions. 12 legions of angels. Over 70. He said more than. He said he can send me presently right now. Shall presently. Why? He letting you know I came from there. He can give them to me again. Give me more than 12 legions of angels. That's a late boy. Because when you telling people all this, what about these scriptures? To whom then will you liken me, or shall I be equal? He ain't equal to nobody. He the high, everybody else below. And they high ranking. Michael is a high ranking archangel. Heck, Satan was high ranking. You know how I know? He was one of the folks that covered the throne of Yah. Let's go to the Most High chosen servant. Behold my servant. You know, they try to, you real servant. Man, get out of here. Go watch our Holy One, Isaiah 53 part 1 and 2 series that we did a few months ago. Behold my servant, whom I uphold mine elect, in whom my soul delighteth. I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. He shall not cry, nor lift up, nor cause his voice to be heard in the street. A bruised reed shall he not break. What? The Gentiles waiting for the law. But down at the bottom, he says, verse 8 to save time, he said, I am the Most High. That is my name. My glory will I not give to another, neither. But he's talking about his anointed one that he has chosen, which we know is Yeshua HaMashiach. He said, I would not give give another, neither my praise to graven images. He said, I won't give my praise to graven images. So will he give his glory to another kind of image? Huh? Yeah, he will. Who? Yeshua. Verse, because you said I would not give my praise to graven images. It said I won't give my praise to graven images. The preeminence of Yeshua. This, Sister Wanda, this your question right here. Colossians 14, in whom we have redemption, we know is Yeshua, through his blood, even the forgiveness of sin, who is the image. We got a class called God's idol. Yeshua is the image. He's not a graven image. He said, I won't give my praise to graven images. He even gave his praise to the original, let us make man in his image. You go read Hebrews, he said, let all the angels of Yahweh worship him. Who is the image? Who is Yeshua? He is the image of the invisible Yah, who ain't nobody done seen. The firstborn of every creature. For by him were all things created that are in heaven and are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones, dominion, principalities, or powers. All things were created by him and for him. You too, devil. He created you too. But you rebelled. And he is before all things, meaning he existed outside of time, y'all. He's eternal. And by him, all things consist. You can go, I didn't put John chapter 1 in here. You can go get that yourself, saying the same thing. But Isaiah 45, now trying to tell it's two. God. It's two of them. One of them is the supreme being. The second one is his son, who he gives him the same authority. That would be like me. This is my house. I have two sons, but my oldest son, I'm gonna give you the credit card, boy. You take this card, go do it, go do whatever I have you to do. He doing it on my behalf. He got the same authority that I have. He said, my father is greater than I. But let's go. This is we almost done. Hero Israel, the Most High Elohim, Most High Elohim is one Lord. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy strength, with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. But when you skip to see, they say, see, it's just one. This is the context. Ye shall not go after other gods, of the gods of the people which are round about you. Oh, the Most High, his son, and all the other angels. It's only two that get worship. Yeshua, the Most High, the highest, and then Yeshua HaMashiach, which is his image. You want an idol? He said, worship this idol, but this idol is not graven. It's not a graven idol. I made this. That's why Nimrod wants to replace Adam. You read in Jasher where he stole the garments. The garments of Adam that they was passing down, he stole them. I don't know if it was he that stole them, somebody. You can go find it on your own. But Nimrod ended up having them. Because guess what? If you obey him, you get to be just like the angels. We were created lower. A little lower than the angels. But guess what? Angels still have to minister to you. Well, how I know that? Go to Hebrews. I tell you. Let's go to Hebrews. He said, but to which of the angels that he ever said, sit at my right hand till I make your enemies your footstool? Are not they all ministering spirits sent forth to minister those who will inherit salvation? The angels, when Yeshua was in the wilderness, when he overcame, they ministered unto him. You overcome, they will minister. Yeshua and whoever he sent will minister unto you. Oh boy. But we want to be just like them, but it's only one way you can. Don't you want to be in the congregation of the mighty? Huh? Don't you want the Most High to reign over you? Huh? And Yeshua answered, said unto them, when the Sadducees came, because they don't believe in no resurrection or nothing like that. This woman, this woman, she married 7 husbands. Which one in the kingdom? Which one gonna be her husband? Yeshua answered and said to them, the children of this age marry and are given in marriage. But they which shall be accounted worthy, will you be accounted worthy to obtain that age and the resurrection from the dead? Will you be? How do we know? How will you be worthy? You got to obey. Your works got to follow you. And the resurrection from the dead, neither marry nor are given in marriage. What else? Neither can they die anymore. It's 2 deaths, folks. But if you keep the commandments, you only die one time. You don't keep the commandments, you die physically, and then at the lake, down by the lake. At the lake, that's my Lovell Crawford impersonation. Down by the lake. or you will be destroyed in the lake of fire. It says, neither can they die anymore, for they are equal to the angels and are the children of Yah. See, the Most High, when they said, let us, that's the council. That's the council right there. We showed you all these councils. They his sons. Go to Job real quick. Boy, I just be thinking of stuff. Turn to Job. Job chapter. Hold up, give me a second. 38. It says, where were you when I, this is 38 and 4. He said, where are you? Most High talking to Job, who getting an attitude, getting mad. It says, where are you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Tell me if you have understanding. Who determined this measurement? Surely you know. You got to know since you questioned me, Job. Job. Some brothers need to get. Sisters, don't you marry no dude that ain't got no job, can't take care of you. Get a Job. Get a job. He need to have a job, a car, and the Messiah. That's number one. He got to be keeping laws, statutes, and commandments. A job, a car. He got a house or a home somewhere where he can shelter y'all. If he ain't got that, he ain't marriage material. He got to have a good grip on these scriptures too. If he don't marry him. Raina, Rachel, don't marry him. I ain't gonna let you know if he don't meet the qualifications. You been married the wrong guy, he been busting you up outside the head, and then I gotta go kill me a man. Brothers, if you date my daughter, I'm just gonna be real with you. You date my daughters, you hurt my daughters, you sully my daughters, you defile my daughters, I'm gonna destroy you. And that's a euphemism for the K word. Destroy is still bad, but that's as nice as I'm gonna get. I will end you. I'm trying to tell you, I will end you. That's mine. That's my seed. But let's go. They equal to the children of Yah. Oh, did I finish reading that? I ain't finished reading that. My bad. Oh yeah, Boaz. I ain't gonna do like with Franklin Jackson. He had all kind of words for Boaz. He was saying a broke, a cheap. Yeah, quit playing. I ain't playing with these dudes, man. And especially, daughters, your husband ain't, unless when we get this church really going and stuff, they might not be in Memphis. Daughters, because this city is towed up from the floor. What was I reading? Job chapter 38. Let me go. He said, where were you? He said, or who laid his cornerstones when the morning stars sang together and all the sons of God shouted, or sons of Elohim shouted for joy? We want to be like them. We want to elevate from a little lower than the angels to being equal to the angels. Equal definition. You see it, identical, the same. It said identical, uniform. Without number one, being the same in quantity, size, degree, or value. Identical, uniform, alike, like the same, one and the same, equivalent. Like equivalent fractions. Indistinguishable. Matching. Twin. We ain't talking about like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. Them twins. We ain't talking about them twins. Oh boy, what was his brother name on there? Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger. What was his brother name? Danny DeVito. What was his name? She don't remember. But the same. You'll see it in the Hebrew. In the Greek, it's angelos. It says equal to the angels, like the angels, like an angel. You see it. He said the same thing. Yeshua answered and said to them, ye do err. They tell you they can eat pigs and ain't got to keep the Sabbath. You do err, not knowing the scriptures nor the power of Yah. For in the resurrection, what he said, you don't know the scriptures, nor the spirit of your power, his spirit, because he gonna raise us up by his spirit. Nor by his what? His power. For in the resurrection, they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of Yah in heaven. Mark 12, I give you all of it. All of it. Gonna give you all that. Gonna give you all that, like Michael Vick said. I'm gonna give him all that. All that. Man had a gun. Well, he used the left arm. I'm gonna give him all that. All that. Y'all ain't never seen that man play. Woo. Mark 12, 24 and 25, and Yeshua answering saying to them, do ye not therefore err? Because you notice not the scriptures, neither the power of Yah. For when they shall rise from the dead, they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels. You see it. But when is gonna happen, y'all? Huh? But some will say we winding down. It said, but some in 10 minutes. But some man will say, how are the dead raised up? Sadducees, because they sad, you see. And with what body do they come? Paul said, fool. Wait a minute. Paul just called somebody a fool. Is he in danger of the judgment? No. It said you call your brother a fool without cause. What's the cause? They saying ain't no resurrection. Fool. Thou fool, which thou sowest is not quickeneth, except it die. But that which thou sowest not that body that shall be, but bear grain. It may chance of wheat or some other grain. But Yah giveth it a body as it has pleased him, to every seed his own body. These are just seeds right here. Are you gonna be a wheat or are you gonna be a tare? All flesh is not the same flesh, but there's the one kind of flesh, one of beasts, other fish, other birds. Go read what they sinned against in Enoch. Men, beasts, fish, reptiles, birds, all that. There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial, but the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. There is one glory of the sun, another glory of the moon, and the glory of the stars, for one star different from another star in glory. So also we know that at 18, the Revelation 18, that one angel lit the whole earth up. So also is the resurrection of the dead. It is sown in corruption. It is raised in incorruption. It is sown in dishonor. It is raised in glory. It is sown in weakness. It is raised in power. It is sown in natural body. We sown natural body. Like Ric Flair, the natural, the nature boy, Ric Flair. Woo! Woo! I'm a diamond ring wearing, Rolex wearing, limousine riding, jet flying. He said, woo! Not the natural body. It's a natural body, but we looking for that spiritual body, folks. And as it's written, the first man, that's Adam in Genesis, was made a living soul. was made a living soul. The last Adam was made a quickening spirit. He can make you alive. Howbeit, that was not first which is spiritual, but that which is natural, and afterward that which is spiritual. It said the first man is of the earth, earthy. We earth. And the second man is of the Most High from heaven, the Lord from heaven, Yeshua from heaven. And as is the earthy, such are they that are the earthy. As is heavenly, such are they also the heavenly. And as we have borne the image of the earthly, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly. Let us. We were made a little lower than the angels, but we was made in his likeness. We're going to return to that. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yah, neither does corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed. I'm going to tell you who ain't going to be changed. I'm going to tell you who going to stay asleep. Those who worship Mystery Babylon. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trump shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this incorruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, we ain't gonna be able to die no more, y'all. Then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written. What does that mean? It's written somewhere. I mean, it's in the Old Testament. Death is swallowed up in victory. Has death been swallowed up in victory yet? Has anybody been raised from the getting this incorruptible body yet? That's unfulfilled Bible prophecy. Where is wrote at? Down at the bottom in that orangish color and yellow down there. Oh, death, where is thy sting? Oh, grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is what? Sin. If you don't sin, if you keep righteousness, because sin is transgression of the law, righteousness is the law, death won't sting you. It says, but thanks be to Yah, which gives us the victory. Victory, Nike, Nikos, Nike. We ain't talking about that goddess. Forget that goddess. Get out of here, Nike, the goddess. Therefore, my brethren, my beloved brethren, be steadfast, unmovable. Nobody should be able to move you off these commandments. Always abounding in the work of the Lord. Oh, what was his work? We know this was his work. He said, I came. He said, if you believe not Moses' writings, how will you believe my words? He did it. Christians even admit, yeah, he did the law completely. So we got to abound in his work. For as much as ye know that your labor, Paul telling you got to work. Your labor won't be in vain in Yahweh. But go up to the top, it said, the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. He will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. What's spread over all nations? Sin. And this worship system, Mystery Babylon. He will swallow up death in victory, and the Most High, our Elohim, will wipe away. Some of your mama's gonna be, if your mama ain't in the truth, some of them ain't gonna make it. Your uncle, auntie, TT, Uncle Man, Pookie and Ray, they might not make it, but guess what? If they don't, it will be sad, but the Most High will wipe away your tears. When? We gonna tell you when I had you. When is all this gonna happen, y'all? At the last trump, like it just said in Corinthians. He said, but I will have you not be ignorant. I don't want you dumb, stupid, unaware concerning them that's dead, asleep. Asleep is a euphemism for dead. That ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. You see how you got no literary devices? Euphemisms, idioms, puns. We ain't pay attention in literature class in school. For if we believe that Yeshua died and rose again, even so, then also them which sleep in Yeshua will Yah bring with him. Them which also is dead in Yeshua will Yah bring with him. I'm gonna tell you, you'll see it, y'all. You're gonna get that. We're gonna become like them us's. Do you want to be a us? If you want to be a us, you got to get away from them. Them who? Babylonians. Because we're going to be equal. We're going to be equal. We won't be able to die no more. The law is what? Eternal, y'all. I'm not going to read that. All his commandments are true. Full of faith too, y'all. But eternal life, how you get it? We ain't got but a few more after this. It says, and behold, one came and said unto him, good master, what good thing shall I do that I may inherit eternal life? Why Yeshua didn't say, look, bro, ain't nothing you can do. Or look, bro, just confess and believe. He didn't say none of that. And he said unto him, why callest thou me good? I ain't read y'all this in a long time. Why callest thou me good? I ain't nobody good but one, that is Yah. But if you want to get to life, keep the commandments. He said that over and over again. In Mark 10:19, dude at 17 to 19, dude said, how I inherited. This the number one question in the Bible. And it don't say nothing about no confessing and believe. You just misinterpreting what Paul was saying. But Yeshua in verse 19 said, you know the commandments. Luke 10:25, he said, what's written in the law? How readest thou? Dude started rattling out commandments and he said, do this and you'll live. That's how you get up out that ground. See, when you die, your spirit go back to the Most High. When he come back, they both reunited in body and spirit and soul, all perfect again. Mars Hill, y'all should average Christian. What's Mars Hill? What is that? It's in the Bible. Mars Hills, Areopagus. It's a university in North Carolina. Shout out to North Carolina crew. This is in y'all neck of the woods. Mars Hill University. But this was a place in Athens, Greece, where all of the great minds would go. That's the hill up on the top left. The alibi ready. Ready, Freddie. What were you praying? And I wouldn't be lying because I was praying, Lord, you know what I'm about to do. But Mars Hill, Areopagus. It says, this is in the Bible. Let's go to Acts 17:22-32. And then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill and said, ye men of Athens, I perceive that in all things ye are too superstitious or religious. We got a lot of that going on. For as I passed by and beheld your devotions, I found an altar with this inscription, to the unknown God. Whom therefore ye ignorantly worship, him declare I unto you. Yah made the world and everything in it. How did he make it? Through Yeshua Mashiach, who's the word. Seeing that he is master of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hands. Neither is worship with men's hands, as though he needed anything, seeing he giveth to all life, breath, and all things, and have made of one blood all nations, ethnos, of men, to dwell upon. What blood they come from, Adam? But don't do like them old Adams. You got to do like the new Adams. You got to put away that old man, and you got to come up in the newness of life. That's what baptism symbolizes, killing the man of sin and coming up in the newness of life. Kill that old man. That's what they're saying. Got to kill him. You read that in Romans chapter 6. Let me make sure. I just said that. I got to make sure that's where it's at. Somebody will say, Brother Ronnie. Brother Ronnie. Yes. Dead to sin, alive to Yah. Romans chapter 6, 1-14. Right? It says, that of men to face of the earth, and have determined he had determined the times before appointed and the bounds of the habitation. When did he do that at? At the Tower of Babel, y'all. The bounds of the habitation. But Israel was his portion. He wanted all y'all to abandon all them other places. That they should seek the Most High, if haply they might feel after him and find him, though he be not far from every one of us. For in him we live and move and have our being. That's a poem by called Cretia by Epimenides. Paul can quote Epimenides, but I can't quote Jasher, which is mentioned in your Bible. And also of your own poets. He quoting other poets. For we are also his offspring. That's from a hymn of Zeus by the Sicilian poet Aratus. He can quote Epimenides and he can quote Aratus, but I can't quote Jasher. I can't quote Josephus. I can't quote Jubilees. I can't quote Enoch, which is mentioned in your Bible too. For as much then as we are the offspring of Yah, we ought not to think that the Godhead is like unto gold or silver, graven images, or silver or stone, graven by art and man devices. And the times of ignorance, and the Most High winked. He not winking no more. You got to carve the Christmas tree at your house. He ain't winking no more. But now commanded all men everywhere to repent, because he hath appointed a day in which he will judge the world in righteousness by that man whom he hath ordained. Who? Yeshua HaMashiach. You know, the other God of God, thy God. Wherefore he has given assurance unto all men, and that he had raised him from the dead. And when they heard, it's this guy named Brother Yerushalayim. I know some of y'all know him. Boy, he done went left. He said, ain't no such thing as being resurrected from no dead now. This brother used to teach good stuff. And when they heard of the resurrection of the dead, fool, like Paul said, fool, Yerushalayim, you fool. I pray that you come back, but right now you a foolish man. Well, bro, run, you call that man that? Hold on. It said, but some men would say, how were the dead raised up? And with what body do they come? He was like, how somebody gonna be rose from the dead? Fool! Let's go to the real let us. You wanted to some more let us. Oh, come, let us worship and bow down. Let us, you bow down. Let us kneel before the Most High, our Maker. Kneel. Because one day, every knee gonna bow and every tongue gonna confess. You better do it now. Last one. And behold, I come quickly. And I come quickly. My reward is with me to give every man according as his work. You better stop this before tell me you ain't got to do no work. That work can't save you. You doing that work because you owe Yeshua HaMashiach for paying your debt. You owe him. Now he's your master. You serve him now. And you got to follow his life. What did he do? WWJD, like they used to say. Well, why don't you? They said, what would Jesus do? Well, why don't you? WWYD, what would Yeshua do? I need to get them bracelets made. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? WWYD. I came up with that. Time stamp. Boom. Time stamp. But he's the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Oh, what's up? Yeah, what's up? He said, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do the commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life. He said, man has become like us, one of us. Now we got to get him up out of here. We got to only know, man. Blessed are they that do his commandments. Cursed are they that don't, that they may have right to the tree of life. If you don't keep no commandments, don't think you're going to get to that tree of life and may enter in through the gates to the city. If you think you're going to if you're not keeping the commandments, you're not going to New Jerusalem. That's the gates of righteousness. For on the outside of dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth to make it a lie. The Thanksgiving, that's the no man, get out of here. Christmas, that G the bird, get out of here. I, Yeshua, have sent mine angel to testify you these things in the churches. I am the root and offspring of David. And the bright and morning star, auntie, right on time. He said the bright and morning star. And the spirit and the bride say what? Come. What spirit is this talking about come? The spirit and the bride. This is Yeshua. That's why Yeshua said, I will send you another spirit. He said, this, teaching moments. John chapter 14. Here he is. He said, most assuredly, this is John chapter 14, 12. Most assuredly, I say to you, he who believes in me and the works that I do, he will also do. Greater works than these he will do, because I go to my Father. And whatsoever you ask in my name, that I will do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If you ask anything in my name, I will do. If you love me, keep my commandments, and I will pray to the Father, and he will give you another helper. And another helper at that time who was helping them. Yeshua was helping them at that time. And it says, he shall give you another helper, that he may abide with you forever, the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive because it neither sees him nor knows him. But you know him. He said, the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive because it neither sees him nor knows him, but you know him, for he dwells with you and will be in you. What spirit is this, Yeshua? I will not leave you orphans. I will come to you. That's the Spirit right there. The Spirit and the bride said, this Spirit. But he said, I'll send you another helper, a comforter. What's that? His word. His word comforts you. And the Spirit and the bride say what? Come. And let him that heareth say what? Come. Because this ain't number, these scriptures ain't number wisdom. Wisdom. Call her your nearest kin. And let him that is athirst come. And whosoever will, let him take of the water of life freely. Brothers and sisters, that's the let us. But I'm about to be, let me go take a nap. I'm tired. That toothache had me up last night. Got up this morning, still was hurting. Threw that anointing oil on that jaw, spoke the word, it went away. But let me get back to these comments. But guys, thank you for coming on in. I appreciate everybody. You know, I know sometimes I go a little long, but I appreciate you guys bearing with me. I ask you guys to pray for me. Pray for me. A lot of more. I'm tired now. Why all that life just went out of me? Like Yeshua, who touched me? Somebody touched me. He ain't talking about Della Reese touched by an angel. We ain't talking about that. But go to rapministry.org. You got a Bible question or a comment or a prayer request. I'll get back to you. I've been a little late on some of the comments. You know, it'd be a backlog. So I try to get to them as best as I can. As best I can. Love all of you. Pray for me. Like the video. Share the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I would truly appreciate it. If you want to donate, go to rapministry.org. I rarely ask you. Go to rapministry.org and go to donate, and it'll take you right to PayPal. Safe and secure. Nobody gets any of your stuff. I love all of you guys. Woo! Pray again. Pray that price ain't too high on that car. getting it fixed. But love you guys. Those of you that got my number, the church number, you can call the church number. If I don't answer the church line, which is what's that church number? I don't even know about heart. It's gonna scroll. Let me hold on to it. But anyway, you will see it scrolling. You can reach us at that number. You can PayPal us, not PayPal. You can also Cash App us at that number too. But guys, go be an ambassador. You might be the only Torah that most people see. Thank you, everybody, for their kind comments. Sister Wanda, sign up your kids for the weekly Shabbat class on Zoom with the order for the week. Y'all, you won't be disappointed. Okay, I might check that out. But see you guys. We out. Peace and blessings. Love you all. Pray for Sister Sheila and her family. Pray for Sister Erica that she will have a miracle. Hopefully she got healed during this class. We out. Peace and blessings. Another one in the books. Thank you most.